With 2024 coming to a close, I have 5 wrestling predictions that will be coming true, in my opinion, in 2025. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Kevin Zwicker from Fast Count coming at you. And before I get into this video, please remember to like the video and subscribe. It helps the channel out more ways than you even know. Plus, it's free. So it has been a wild world of professional wrestling in 2024. We've seen debuts we never thought we'd see. We've seen returns we never thought we'd seen. And we've seen companies be red hot and other companies be ice cold. I have 5 predictions for you guys that I believe will be coming true in the world of professional wrestling in 2025. I am just going to throw Ricky Starks debuting in WWE and Rey Fenix debuting in WWE out the window. Those things are a little bit too obvious to talk about, and I believe they're actually kind of boring because it's a blind man can see that's what's going to happen, right? So I'm going to start off with this prediction right here. On the Raw Netflix premiere, John Cena will be the first man to declare for the Royal Rumble, and he will be the man to win the Royal Rumble. And there's been a lot of different speculation on who he will be his opponent at WrestleMania. The big name that's kind of been bubbling the last couple of days is Cody Rhodes. Now, we all know that things could change at a drop of a hat with The Rock. If The Rock says, hey, I'm on go mode for WrestleMania, I believe that the main event of WrestleMania will be Cody Rhodes versus The Rock. But in case that doesn't happen, I'm not too keen on the idea of Cody Rhodes versus John Cena because somebody has to lose. You know, and I don't think you want to see your number one babyface in the company lose at the biggest stage of them all to a part-time wrestler. And you don't want to see John Cena lose at WrestleMania. If John Cena is going to lose, I believe that the opponent for him should be Gunther. And the way that can play out is John Cena loses on the big stage to Gunther. Gunther gets his big win. And it starts this like Rocky redemption type storyline for John Cena where the rest of the year he's chasing number 17. As we all know, he is the guy who is on this massive losing streak. You know, he hasn't won a singles match since the first Saudi Arabia show against Triple H, which was, I believe, either 2019 or 2018. So it's been a really long time for John Cena to win a singles match. And I do not think he's going to win a singles match at WrestleMania because I do believe his opponent will be Gunther after he wins the Royal Rumble. My number 2 prediction is that we will see Chris Jericho jump from AEW to the WWE. Now, I know what a lot of you guys are thinking who are big-time WWE fans. Ugh, no, but I feel like a lot of times us as fans, especially fans who watch YouTube content, we're kind of in this bubble. Cody Rhodes did a podcast with Burt Kreischer and Tom Segura, and he talked a lot about that, how us like hardcore fans, when we see celebrity involvement, a lot of time with guys like Big Boom AJ or Logan Paul, we kind of just like roll our eyes at it. But these are individuals who bring eyes to a product that we normally wouldn't have those people's eyes on. And that's the goal, to sell, tickets, to have ratings. I remember just on a personal, I remember a few years ago, I had a girlfriend who knew I liked wrestling. She wasn't a wrestling fan. And she showed me this meme with John Cena. And she was like, this is so funny, this meme with John Cena and this other wrestler. You know who the other wrestler was? The Undertaker. A person that's on a lot of people's Mount Rushmores, who are hardcore into wrestling. She called this man the other wrestler. So that just kind of shows you that, like, even people who are like legends in our eyes, for other people, they don't know who the hell they are. Chris Jericho in WWE is something that I feel is beneficial for both AEW and WWE. His contract runs out this year. I think there's nothing left for him to do in AEW. I feel like losing him in AEW would be a addition by subtraction. And going to WWE, I feel like he would have the proper last run that his career deserves. He has a fresh set of different opponents there because the last time he was there was several years ago. The roster has changed over a lot. And the fact of the matter is, WWE a lot of times, they're really iffy when they like to call AEW competition. If you saw Monday Night Raw, the promo between Seth Rollins and CM Punk, he mentioned AEW as competition. Triple H and Nick Khan and other different interviews have said that they're not competition, but they enjoy sticking it to AEW when they have the chance to do it. And what better way of sticking it to AEW than showing you we took a guy who was unbearable on your television show and made him enjoyable to some people to watch. I believe that's what's going to happen. Chris Jericho to WWE in 2025. Book it. My third prediction is that at AEW Revolution, Darby Allin will be the guy to take the championship off of Jon Moxley and win the AEW championship, but will lose it immediately to Christian Cage, who will cash in his contract. I feel like that will be the perfect way to get the title off of Jon Moxley. It gets that moment that people have been waiting to see with Darby Allin winning the championship, but you have the built-in opponent that is there for Darby Allin as soon as he comes back from Mount. Let me not even say assume. If he comes back from Mount Everest, because he's talking about, I think he's going to be training for that in April, and Revolution is in March. So the timing works out. We get the moment of him winning the title. We get the title off of Jon Moxley, and we get this big-time run with the AEW Championship on Christian Cage. My number 4 prediction is that Goldberg will have his last match at WrestleMania, and his last opponent will be none other than Braun Breaker. I feel like this makes all the sense in the world, and I feel like it's an opponent that Goldberg has no problem with losing. Goldberg is a guy who admittedly, in many different interviews has stated that even now he's still green in the business. He talked about how he had a really bad taste in his mouth with his last match in WWE being against Roman Reigns, where he got choked out. He didn't like the way that ended. He kind of wants to end this at, in his own terms. And Braun Breaker is a guy who makes the most sense. He's somebody who could use the big win against Goldberg. There's family ties, between Goldberg and his father, Rick Steiner, and Scott Steiner, the WCW connection. So it makes all the sense in the world. Gets this big send-off of Goldberg on a big-time stage, loses to somebody who he's close to and admires in Scott Steiner's nephew. And it can be a short and fun match, which I believe that those two guys could deliver. My next prediction and my last prediction will be that at AEW All In, we will see Big Boom AJ challenge for an AEW championship and win an AEW championship at All In. Now, I know there's, like I said earlier, there's some of you people who are going to be rolling your eyes at that, but facts are facts. Jay-Z once said, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. And the fact is, there was people who normally don't like wrestling that hit me up and said, we are tuned in, locked in for this AEW 0 Hour pre-show match that was on YouTube between Big Boom AJ and QT Marshall. It was a really, really fun match. Everybody loved it. It's something that is going to bring a lot of casual viewers to AEW, and they have millions and millions of followers on TikTok, millions of views on social media. So I think that them making TikToks and all these different things with an AEW championship in the background will really help reflect a massive increase in interest in the product. And I believe that it'll be a fun moment. It'll be a funny moment, but Big Boom AJ will capture an AEW championship at All In Texas. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. What are some predictions that you guys have for the world of professional wrestling in 2025? Do you think I'm going to be right on some? Do you think I am totally wrong on these? Where do you think I made a mistake or where I was right in my predictions? And let me hear some of your predictions. I am Kevin Zwicker. Remember to like the video and subscribe. I'm out.